This is a story of four friends, Amar, Satwant, Vipul and Roshan. Left to right in the image, four inseparable friends who first crossed paths during their college days. They graduated in 2013, but while college came to an end, their friendship didn't. If anything, it grew stronger with time. But this time, we also have Shalu, the only girl in the image, a friend of all four and wife of Vipul. This story is a tale of COVID times when the world may have slowed down, but for them, this trip reminded them that joy doesn't need permission to show up. It just needs a spark, a stove, and a road ahead. In uncertain times, they found certainty in friendship and in the timeless pull of the mountains. Hop on and see the COVID times travel struggles and adventures through their eyes. Ready for the thrill? Let's go! It was the year 2020. The world came to a sudden halt. COVID-19 had swept into India like an invisible storm, which redraws the boundaries of normal. By March, the country was under complete lockdown. The streets went silent, homes became offices, and video calls replaced real laughter. For Roshan, Satwant, Amar and Vipul, it was the longest they'd gone without seeing each other. Come October, restrictions began lifting. The air was still thick with caution, but after months of cabin fever, it was time to live a little. Roshan called his friends as soon as he heard of the news, and they were all able to see the window of opportunity to hit the roads and for some adventure. Amar said, "Brothers, if we don't go now, then when?" Roshan, who already had an idea on top of his head, added, "True that. Okay, let's go for a road trip. We will be able to trek to Tungnath and detox a little too." Suddenly, with a little serious tone, Vipul said, "Wait a second, I am married now. Shalu will also come. She was dying for a trip." Satwant chuckled. "You will forget everything in the excitement. Let's get planning." And they took no time to gather at Vipul's house, which had been their starting point for most of the trips. The day before the trip, excitement filled the air. They packed a small gas cylinder, stove, grill, and all the essentials. The local supermarket was raided for groceries, munchies, and instant food. Shalu said, with a playful frown, "Guys, don't forget the spices and tea leaves. We can't survive without tea." Early next morning, just as the first light touched the earth, they loaded the car boot. Roshan chuckled. "Boot is full. I hope the car doesn't give up before us." And they were all set to begin the long-awaited journey. The laughter echoed as they drove through the lush greens of Rajaji National Park. Bollywood beats blared, windows rolled down, and Roshan, singing off tune, totally into it. Amar laughed and said jokingly, "Please stop, buddy. This is animal cruelty." A couple of hours passed in a blink, and hunger hit hard. They pulled over in a scenic spot. Satwant said eagerly, "Let's do Maggie." Vipul pumped himself up. "Let's do this. Chef mode, on." As Amar and Vipul struggled with the stove, Roshan and Shalu were lost in a photo shoot. Shalu said, giggling, "Click fast, Roshan. Sunlight is perfect." Meanwhile, Satwant, impatient, dumped Maggie into cold water. "Amar, what have you done? It's not even boiling." Roshan said, smiling and half laughing, "I don't know about Maggie, but at least get some good pics for Insta post." Satwant, unbothered and shrugging, said, "Brother, I'm hungry. Let's cook it like this only." The result? A soggy, half-cooked mess. They ate silently, disappointed but smiling. They somehow finished the meal, then packed everything with no garbage left behind. They drove on, winding through breathtaking hills, finally reaching Tehri. A view of the lake calmed their spirits. They stopped to feel the calmness that the lake contained. Since all had a half-full, half-empty stomach, Roshan optimistically said, "Let's have some ready-to-eat items." Vipul grinned. "Next stop, full meal. I can't wait any longer." Afternoon sun blazed down as they drove through the beautiful roads and views. After the next 3 hours of driving, they found a roadside clearing. It was time to redeem their chef pride. And Amar said determinedly, "Okay, tea first, then bread omelets." Shalu notified, "Wait, stove is not working properly." Vipul optimistically said, "Forget it. Let's make a stone stove, a DIY." Everyone got to work. Roshan collected stones. Amar and Satwan hunted for sticks. Vipul wrestled with fire starting. Shalu set out food and spices. Roshan grinned with a spark of adventure. Now it feels like a real survival show. Satwant laughed and teased. Vipul is the host now. His skills have been upgraded after marriage. Soon, flames danced beneath their makeshift stove. Tea brewed, bread omelets sizzled. They sat around it all, chatting, joking, savoring every bite. Vipul asked, grinning, proud of the meal, "How is it, guys?" Amar, laughing but satisfied, replied, "You are a 5-star chef now." Shalu, smiling contentedly, expressed, "Moments like this are why we travel," and she captured the moment in a photograph. An hour passed like a dream. They cleaned up, clicked photos, and packed everything back. Roshan said, looking at the sunset, "Guys, the sun's setting. We need to reach Chopta before it gets dark." Satwant, "Let's roll. Tungnath is calling." Back on the road, the journey continued. Hearts full, stomachs finally satisfied, and the kind of memories only a pandemic could set the stage for. In a year that taught them distance, this trip reminded them what it meant to feel close again, not just to each other, but to life. For some, the thrill lies at the peak, but for them, it lived in every turn, every tea break, every unexpected mess that made the ride even more memorable. With friends like these, even a misfired stove becomes a story worth telling. The road gave them more than a view. It gave them a reminder. Sometimes, the journey is the destination. From soggy Maggie to mountain magic, this was just the warm-up. They were about to find more adventures, or we can say, more adventure, we're about to found them. The journey continues. Stay tuned for Tungnath Diaries Part 2.